Student athletes have a lot on their plates. And then there's Seth Shuman.
People ask me a lot, Coach, how is he handling both of these things? I don't think he knows any different.
As a true freshman, he plays both football and baseball while keeping up with his academics.
It's just making sure I'm working on both my crafts, football and baseball, and just taking care of my body. Like I said, the biggest thing, and my grades. So it's just a lot of work that goes into it, but I find a way to get it done.
Last football season, he played in 4 games as quarterback and started 1 against Louisiana.
I think playing football has helped him this spring in baseball.
This spring on the mound, he started 3 out of his 7 games and holds an ERA of 3.63.
Obviously, at the position as a quarterback, it's a position of leadership. Obviously, a position in which you have to show some poise and some composure. And obviously, you got to be willing to compete. And I think that's one thing that Seth has shown, on the mound this spring is a good bit of poise and maturity.
Being on 2 different teams at the same time requires coordination, especially between head coach Tyson Summers and baseball's head coach Rodney Hennon.
Football was over with this year. We came back and had another meeting to kind of make sure that we were all on the same page between Coach Hennon, myself, Seth, and his family, and try to give Seth what he wants, which is the ability to play both sports.
At times, Shuman's days start at 6 a.m. and go until 10 p.m., and that's not including time for homework.
We do want to make sure that he's making sure that he's applying everything to football that we want him to, and he has, between the weight room, between the running, the academic time that we put in with each piece of it, and we practice. He's done every bit of that, and I think that both Coach Hennon and I have done a good job of being able to make sure we organized him and trying to be smart really about his arm and his health as much as anything as well.
Some nights Shuman has to come out here and pitch and then turn around and be prepared for 8 a.m. football practice the next morning. And perhaps the only thing keeping his arm intact is that he uses different muscle groups for each sport. For example, for baseball, he uses more of this motion, and for football, he's coming from right here.
In Seth's case, he throws in 2 different arm slots. He does a lot of recovery because if he pitches, he's been pitching midweek for them. And so then that means he's throwing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and he's throwing 2 different types of balls in 2 different ways. And he seemed like it was nothing. It was a bigger deal to us than it was to him. He's a good kid, so he comes in and he does what he's supposed to do. We haven't had to really fuss at him. We gave him a plan. We put this plan together as far as when he needed to be strengthening and when he needed to be doing recovery, and he's done really good.
Shuman isn't Hennon's first 2-sport athlete.
It's been a few years since I've had a guy do both. I think Seth is the first pitcher.
J.R. Revere played outfield under Hennon as an Eagle from 1998 to 2001 and was also the starting quarterback in the 2000 National Championship.
I always follow football, but obviously, when you got a guy out there too, you certainly try to keep up with him.
He was then drafted to the MLB in 2001 to the Rockies. The moment Shuman found out he was drafted to the major leagues, he, of course, had a football in hand.
Me and my dad were about to go throw out in the front yard of the football, and my dad came up to me and said, he told me I got drafted, and I was like, what? There's no way.
But no matter his future plans, the coaches and staff look forward to seeing him shine.
Once he's done here, I'm going to be like what I assume his parents are going to be like. We want to be supportive however we can be. We're very proud of him no matter what he chooses to do, to be honest with you, and the kind of young man that he is. And what he's been able to accomplish here already in just a few short months from an academic standpoint, football and baseball, and the kind of person he is, it makes you want to gravitate to him, and it makes you want to pull for him.
For GSEagles.com, I'm Tricia Fishbune.